Dobrý den, hello. This video marks the end of 17 weeks in the Czech Republic, and indeed the end of my Erasmus exchange in Brno, and this will be the last video in the blog series that I've been making to accompany my trip. So it's the end of an era of sorts. It's very hard to believe that 17 weeks have been and gone, but here I am back in England. I've been here for a few days now. Settling down has been very easy. People have been so friendly and welcoming since I've got back, which has been very nice. And I finally figured it's about time I put together my final video explaining my last week in the Czech Republic. I do have some bad news though. I took perhaps about 30 minutes worth of video and a substantial amount of photographs on the camera which is built into my mobile phone, only to find halfway through the week the phone actually died and deleted everything that was saved on it. So as you can imagine, I'm absolutely gutted to lose all of that media and all those memories, but I'll have to sort of make do with what I've got left on my main camera, and I'm going to sort of try and put that all together for you now. I guess the last week is mainly an opportunity for packing and saying goodbye to people, but I was still able to get a fair amount done, which I'm quite happy about. I was very happy to have a couple of my friends from England come and visit, and it was a good opportunity to show them the way of life out in the Czech Republic and to show them some of the sights as well. And one of our highlights of the week was going to visit an exhibition at the Mendel Museum, which is attached to the Augustinian monastery, which I think features in the second video of the blog when I was discussing the link between the composer Janacek to the city of Brno. And the particular exhibit we went to see discussed the influence of Mendel, who is considered the founding father of genetics. And it was a 5-room exhibition, the first room presenting a context of the Augustinian monastery in the 19th century. The second room provides a personal profile of Mendel himself. The third room talks about his cultivation, growing fruit, beekeeping and his meteorological studies. The fourth room talks about the principles of heredity, and the fifth room discussed the milestones of genetics. And although it's not exactly my subject area, I found the exhibition itself to be absolutely fascinating. And if any of you watching this are ever in Brno or near the area, I do highly recommend a visit. It's a very cheap exhibition, it's only about 30 crowns, and you'll get the opportunity to visit the Augustinian monastery afterwards. And believe me, it's by far the most beautiful religious building that I've actually seen in my entire time out here in Central Europe, which is quite a claim. It really is beautiful inside. Life in Namesti Svobody was buzzing as always. In my last week there were no less than 3 events happening in the city centre. The first one of interest to talk about was a model exhibition which featured mainly Airfix and remote control kits along a military theme. So there were remote controlled tanks, there were lots of Airfix planes, and there were some very large naval warships which were very elaborately decorated and designed. The second event of interest was a police exhibition which demonstrated the vehicles of the police force in the Czech Republic over the last century. And it's very interesting to see the evolution of the motorbikes and cars leading to present day. And the final event was very much in the Olympic spirit. There were demonstrations put on by the Paralympics teams, so we got to see things from blind football to wheelchair rugby to basketball as well. And yeah, it was very, very interesting, very good fun to watch. I had to say a fair amount of goodbyes in my last week, and this was made a lot easier by an event put on at the Daish bar, which is the main student bar at the theatre faculty, where they had a clearance sale and they had to basically empty stock, so every drink was going for no more than 10 crowns, which is 30p in English currency. So it provided a very good social opportunity to sort of meet and speak to people. As you can imagine, the bar was packed, and supplies were very much depleted within a couple of hours, and we all had a wonderful evening. I also had to say a fair amount of goodbyes to the city itself. I've very much fallen in love with the architecture there, and some of the buildings are absolutely wonderful. And it was a last opportunity to walk up the Spielberg Castle's hill. It was the last chance to go see the Petrov Cathedral, and it was just a last chance to walk around Namesti Svobody and around the Lushanki Park and all these local places which have had such a big impact on my lifestyle over the last 4 months. And then inevitably I had to travel home, and I took a flight from the airport in Brno and went directly to London Stansted Airport. And then after that, there was a 4-hour drive back to the Hampshire, and back to the forest and the sea. And I'm very glad to say I got home okay. And the only letdown of the trip home was the getting off the plane in London Stansted to find it was raining, rather typically. But oh well, that's English weather for you. I do have a couple of thank yous I really feel I should say before I sort of log off. I just want to say a quick thank you to Sandra Headley-Boxall and everyone involved in the International Relations Office at the University of Surrey for keeping in contact with me over the last 17 weeks and for helping me out with any issues I've had. And also to Tom Armstrong and Steve Goss for providing me with this opportunity in the first place. It's been an absolutely wonderful experience, and I hope it will be a formative one too. I guess we'll find out in a few months. And also, if you're watching, to my main lecturers in Brno, to Martin Smolka and to Omar Rojas, who have both been very influential in the development of my writing style over the last 4 months, and I've been very appreciative for your feedback and help. And also to you people for watching the video. It's I'm very flattered anyone's taken an interest in what I've been up to. And yeah, just thanks for watching, and na shledanou. Goodbye.